Come on in the room as you come in. Put a emoji in the air where it's fair. I want to thank all of my members. Special shout out to all of you, to all my viewers, all my supporters. Those of you that would like to donate to a viewer donated pool. The CA is PEKA69. Again, it is PEKA69. So I'm coming in here to see what's going on, to see how people feel about what took place during the last live. If any of you felt any difference, put it in the chat. Right now it's saying 0. However, I know that there is a delay. Welcome. If you could put an emoji, let me know that you are in here. Isikini is the shikati. There's a problem with holding on to the energy. Also, what is taking place? Inikisi shikatina. No one is able to come in because no one is there. Also, if any of my members are in here, can we get a reaction? So I see one here. Can you like the video? Possibly share? If those of you that see the prior ones, if you feel like someone needs to see it, please share it. It's very important, as my energy is one that is healing. So if you know that someone is going through it, share the information. Ana Castillo, they're not able to come in and stay. I came on because I want to see people's reaction to the healing from a distance live. Some of you that will see this in the future, if you happen to run across that live, specifically healing from a distance, there's no need to worry about if you were in there when the healing asakino took place, because it's not anything that is detrimental to those that don't need it. But specifically for my members, if you had not had a chance to leave, it didn't do anything but lift you up. We don't want to change the vibration of the members because the members are already on a solid path. Greetings, greetings. So all of you that were in there during the last live, or if you caught it later and towards the end you had an uplifted spirit, it is because there was a healing from a distance taking place. Now, I did see several individuals get on their knees, and that is a great response to what took place towards the end, because a lot of individuals had a lot of confrontations the night before, during their sleep, and in the morning. So if anyone was in there that was having a bad day, when you came into the live, I want to know how your day progressed. What came on my timeline was a bunch of BS. Asakinio, greetings. You are very much welcome. The reason why I say it's BS is it's a whole bunch of drama, unnecessary drama. People trying to get ahead off the sweat and tears of others' backs, and it's really disheartening to see. A lot of times when you have celebrities, public figures and things of that sort, the average person seems to think that they are wealthy. There's a difference between rich and wealthy. A lot of times, media could be misleading, and they do add to that. These celebrities, entertainers, they add to the confusion by playing a role that they are something that they're not. It's very seldom that you see someone, especially now, that is wealthy. to be wealthy, that means you have to have generations. You have to have generations in it. If you are just, one lifetime in one body is not going to be conducive of wealth. And so, credit is another thing, but what we tend to see is fame because we don't socialize with the wealthy. We're not even allowed in those type of environments. When I see regular individuals that are considered famous celebrities on platforms, these apps and things of that sort, it normalizes them being human. And what that talks about is they're just like us. They may have came across a lump sum of money. A lot of times when you earn salary as a regular person, that means you get paid once a month. When you're talking about celebrities and entertainers and things of that sort, they have to be constantly in the public view to maintain. So if you see somebody with a mansion, they may have gotten a lump sum of money and they were able to do that. What we tend to do is we'll get a lump sum of money and we'll start buying things and not knowing that 6 months down the line, 10 years down the line, we won't have that same flow. If you grew up in the jets or you got some type of subsidy or something and you become a content creator, one payment is enough to get you out of that energy. And say you go through something like this, where the systems are malfunctioning and you're being controlled by the man upstairs, and the man upstairs is saying, look, I gave you enough to last a year, 2 years. It's not my fault that you felt like you were going to be wealthy. Ego plays a lot into this. You get $100,000 and you decide you're going to go buy 6 cars because you got good credit, and 2 of those cars is $60,000. Then you POOR. It's a misconception. I spoke about this before, where a lot of these celebrities and people that have fame, they were being gifted things. And so because they were being gifted all this expensive stuff, what average person can afford a $10,000 belt? Who would want a $10,000 belt? You can only wear it once in that type of circle. Because if you wear it more than once, you're going to be talked about, especially here on this platform, because everybody expected you to have this lifestyle because of what they think is going on. If you knew that it was some content creators that made more than some celebrities, you would look at them different. That's what I feel needs to happen. People need to realize that, fame, wealth, and being rich is 3 different things. If you knew that your life was better than some people with fame, you wouldn't idolize them like that. There was a point where when individuals start to realize that angels were real and that they were in bodies, they wanted specifically to be with angels because of what they felt what they felt they could do for them. Now, I talked about it before. I talked about people wanting to partner with angels for the purpose of healing them, healing their body, taking the ailments out. That is the man upstairs' job to do. You don't just pick somebody and say, I want to be with you because you're an angel and you can heal me. We are trying to evolve. That's what we're trying to do. And if you were enter into a conscious gate and you hear people, this is what I'm talking about right here. People know that I'm talking and they're going to stop right in front of me and start talking. This rude. But if you were to enter into a conscious gate, that word humble would be a T for a lot of people, because they break words like that down. And depending on your perception, depends on how you're going to perceive that word humble. What it is they're entertaining. Now, 20, 30 years ago, before you knew that it was just a facade, okay, it was entertaining. And then when it became, I want to be like them, I want to wear these wigs, I want to walk around like this, you know, um, and then you got the added, men and males shouldn't gawk when men and males gawk. If you walking around with shorts on that's up your crack, and you at the bus stop, I mean, what do you you at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop? I mean, what you expect, you know? That's the type of stuff you see on TV and in films. You don't see that in everyday life unless you're going to a beach. What it is uh, the way people think that other people should control themselves and they themselves can do whatever they want is astonishing. You can't expect someone to control themselves and you can't control yourself. We are a society. There are certain ways that we're supposed to act and present ourselves when we are in public. If you are on TV or you are watching the TV, you're expecting to be entertained. One thing that I did not like about what I seen yesterday is how they are doing Tyrese, the entertainer. They're trying to make him seem like he is soft because he is expressing his emotions. There's something wrong with someone, especially when you're in your 50s. If you're in your 50s and you're telling another man that he shouldn't cry or he shouldn't feel some kind of way about his marriage falling apart, his household and his livelihood coming down, something wrong with you. Those are the type that'll hide everything. They'll go above and beyond to hide everything going on with them so they can blast the next man. You know, and especially in the people of color community, something is wrong with the males that think that way. I consider them males. I don't see them as men. If you can't verbalize how you feel about your household being tore down, something is wrong with you. And when I see him, I said, you know, I can see that they trying to tear him down, tear his character down. If you don't, if you don't, if you can't be with a man that cries, you need to question that because some things are worthy of tears. I don't understand how most of these females think. This is why I say I'm not from this era. I'm not from this place. The thing about being known as someone that changed um, the world is it won't be acknowledged for generations. Without me going into the P that ends with an X, you know, some of these greats weren't acknowledged until they were long gone. And that is how it is. Because the era that you are presenting this stuff in is one that cannot absorb the information. It's like you're talking to a brick wall. So we all want to be mindful. We want to be mindful of that. And see how we have here, we have someone that feels like he's going to stand out in here with this BS that he's putting into the chat. This is somebody that's middle aged, don't have nothing going on for their life, so they figure they're gonna go on social media and troll people that's trying to make a difference. You won't see them trolling anybody that they feel to get on top of their head. You know, what I say was this morning when I turned on my timeline, I said, you know what? It's time for her to back up off the scene, all right? Get up out of the public view because she didn't have the long run and start investing the coins that she have in something else without her name being on that. So if there's any celebrity, star, anybody with fame that happens to see this live, that's the time that we're in. Take the money that you got. Stop overspending. Stop trying to show out for the people, and put it in something where you have some longevity. I'm a woman that believes in longevity, okay? If you all knew the visions that I seen, y'all wouldn't be out here trying to buy no hair piece or nothing like that. You wouldn't. So, eventually they'll get it that this is not the place where you troll. This is for adults. Adults. If you're having a bad day, so be it. But you come in and you sit and you don't try to pick and chew up what you think would be funny here. Because when I'm ready to joke, the jokes are going to be funny. Today is not a joking day, just like yesterday wasn't a joking day. Now, a lot of people want me to heal them. Now that you see that it's possible for me to do it wherever I'm at, I expect to have a different level of respect. I'm not a showboater. I'm not coming on saying I'm a high priestess, I'm a this, I'm a that, and do. When we talk about the word humble, I'm very much indeed humble. I stay to myself, I get my job done, and I move on. It's about respect. You can't come in here and be disrespectful towards me and think you're going to have a good day. It's not going to happen. And that is it.